Hello, this is my crow binder. I put this together back in '93 when the film came out. Um, to your left is the issue of Entertainment Weekly back from April, I believe April 16th. It's going to show right here of '93. And there was a whole story about the tragedy that led to Brandon Lee's death. Definitely a life cut short by just tragic events. Blood on the set, and back then I believe he died on the 31st of March. And back then there was no social media. The internet was in its infancy, and so I found out about it, I think, the next day on April Fool's, and I thought it was an April Fool's joke, and unfortunately it wasn't. Lots of promo from previews. Anyone who's collected comic books knows previews. And it's kind of cool. I kind of just put a bunch of stuff in this binder that is Crow related, that can fit in the binder. I mean, I have a lot more Crow stuff. This is just what fits in the binder. This is a book on the making of the movie that came out, and I read it quite a few times. Lots of really neat insight as to what went behind the film, and I like how they don't really. I mean, it's dedicated to Brandon Lee. It mentions the tragic events a little bit, but very little. I mean, most of the book is focused on the positive, which is on how this amazing film was made. And yeah, before, I mean, I didn't just jump on the Crow bandwagon after Brandon Lee's death. I've been a Bruce Lee fan since I was a kid. Huge idol of mine. And of course, anything that his son would do, I would gravitate towards as well. And someone had turned me on to Rapid Fire and Legacy of Rage beforehand. These are the trading cards. And there were 100 of them, and I have all 100. And I mean, some guys collect sports cards. I collected movie cards. And not every movie, just the ones that I really like. And this one I collected this the hard way. So I actually would buy, me and a friend of mine, we would buy the boxes, and then we would just go through them, and then pick out the ones we needed, and we would trade back and forth with each other to both get complete sets. So I have all 100. I think I have one of the 10 chase cards, and then I have one of the 6 chromiums. I believe it's gonna get to the last page in a bit. You'll see. Right now it's actually not in front of me, but I thought I actually had more of the chase cards. There's My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult, great band. Medicine was in this, in it. Of course, The Cure wrote the title song, Burn, which was one of the best songs written for a film ever. But it's a song I don't really like to listen to too much because it, makes me sad. I mean, I don't know, years later, decades later, it's still, like Tyrell said in Blade Runner, the light that burns twice as bright lasts half as long. I think I just completely fucked up the saying, but something like that. Oh, okay, so there's a chase card. Yeah, I've got only one chase card and one chromium. I don't know, I have 2 chase cards. So the one up there I think is a chase as well. Let me see on the back. No, I don't remember. Oh no, that's just the index. Never mind. It's a checklist. Yes, I have 1 chase and 1 chromium. Maybe I'll seek out the other ones just for the sake of completion. Some 20 years later. And this is the script. This is the 3rd draft. And it's not the shooting script because they still made some changes. I believe they used the 4th or 5th draft as the shooting script. And of course, even the shooting script, they shot stuff that was left out of the finished product, which I would love to see put back in someday. Um, but it's a neat script. Again, I've read it a few times as well. And yeah, I mean, I was already a fan of the graphic novel, of the James O'Barr story, and I mean, Brandon Lee couldn't have done a better job. He did an amazing job as Eric Draven, is really getting into the character and capturing the essence and the mood of the character, the turmoil, the anguish within him. He did it so well. Yeah, there's the graphic novel. This one was the compilation, so it was released a little bit later. I think it was released actually with the movie, maybe, because it says no motion picture. I forget a lot of stuff. This happened a long time ago. But yeah, and aside from this, I also have the 2 soundtracks. There's the score, and there's the music one. And then I have a crow bust somewhere, Eric Draven with the crow on his shoulder, and like that. And I have no idea where it's at, but had it somewhere. Then I had a few other things that are crow related. Unfortunately, at the same time, Hot Topic got all trendy into it, and so kind of lost its interest for a bit. And that is it. That's pretty much the end of the video, I think. And yeah, thank you for watching. And go watch The Crow.